Most food spoils in months. Even canned goods rarely last more than a few years. But there are some foods that can sit on your shelf for 25 years or more and still be safe and nutritious. In this video, we'll go through the top 20 survival foods with a shelf life of 25 plus years and explain how to store them so they actually last that long. Welcome to Prepper's Paradigm, your channel dedicated to practical prepping and disaster preparedness. This video uses a computer-generated voice because my own is hard to understand due to an injury. If you're building a long-term food supply, shelf life matters. Whether you're preparing for grid failure, economic collapse, or just want to be ready for whatever life throws at you, storing the right foods the right way could make all the difference. In this video, we'll cover 20 survival foods that can last for decades when stored properly. We'll also explain the conditions they need to reach that 25-year mark, so your stockpile won't let you down. Before we get into the 20 foods, it's important to be clear. No food lasts forever, and even the items on this list won't reach 25 years unless you store them correctly. That means keeping them in a cool, dark, and dry location, using Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers, or commercial packaging designed for long-term storage. Even in perfect conditions, there's still a chance some foods will degrade over time. Seals can fail, moisture can creep in, or ingredients can oxidize slowly without obvious signs. That's why it's a good idea to rotate your food supplies, using your stored food and replacing it over time. Still, for long-term planning or deep storage backup, these foods are some of the best options available. When stored properly, they can give you peace of mind and a strong foundation for survival. Dry staples are the backbone of most prepper food stores. They're simple, affordable, and loaded with calories and nutrients. They don't spoil quickly, and when stored the right way, they can sit untouched for 25 years or longer and still be perfectly usable. You'll need to keep them cool, dry, and dark, ideally packed in Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers, then sealed inside food-grade buckets or containers to keep out moisture and pests. These aren't fancy foods, but they'll keep you alive when the trucks stop rolling. 1. White rice. White rice can last 25 to 30 years when stored airtight with oxygen absorbers. Avoid brown rice. It contains oils that spoil over time. 2. Dry beans. Beans like pinto, kidney, and navy are packed with protein and can last over 25 years in Mylar with oxygen absorbers. They take time to cook, but deliver serious nutrition. 3. Rolled oats. Oats are high in fiber and calories. Sealed in Mylar with oxygen absorbers, they'll keep for decades. Great for breakfast or bulking out meals. 4. Wheat berries. Wheat berries store longer than ground flour and can last 30 years or more. You'll need a grinder, but you'll get fresher flour when you need it. 5. Pasta. Dry pasta, especially plain semolina types, stores well for 25 plus years. It's lightweight, versatile, and easy to cook with stored water. 6. Cornmeal. The germinated cornmeal has a long shelf life, up to 25 years when stored airtight and dry. It's great for baking or thickening soups. 7. Non-fat powdered milk. Non-fat versions last much longer than full-fat. Stored in number 10 cans or Mylar, powdered milk can last 25 years and is useful for baking, drinking, or making yogurt. 8. Salt. Salt never expires. It's essential for flavor, food preservation, and even bartering. Store in sealed containers to keep out moisture and prevent clumping, but it doesn't need oxygen absorbers or special treatment. 9. Sugar. Granulated sugar lasts indefinitely if kept dry. It may clump or harden, but remains perfectly usable. Keep it sealed against pests and moisture. 10. Baking soda. Baking soda has an unlimited shelf life when kept dry. Useful in cooking, cleaning, and even treating minor health issues. Freeze-dried and dehydrated foods are a cornerstone of serious long-term prepping. Unlike home dehydration, which often leaves behind some moisture, commercial freeze drying removes nearly all of it, dramatically extending shelf life. When sealed in Mylar with oxygen absorbers, or in some cases in the original packaging, many of these foods can last 25 to 30 years or longer. They're lightweight, compact, and quick to rehydrate, perfect for deep storage or bug-out supplies. 11. Freeze-dried fruits. Strawberries, apples, blueberries, bananas. Take your pick. Freeze-dried fruit holds its flavor and nutrients surprisingly well. Properly stored, it can last 25 to 30 years, though once open, you'll want to use it within a year. 12. Freeze-dried vegetables. Peas, corn, green beans, spinach. Freeze-dried vegetables retain their color, flavor, and much of their nutrition. Like fruits, they're shelf-stable for 25 plus years if sealed right. 13. Freeze-dried meats. Beef, chicken, sausage crumbles, even bacon. High in protein and hard to store fresh, freeze-dried meats offer the longest shelf life for any meat product. They're expensive, but worth it for long-term storage. Many are rated for 30 years. 14. Freeze-dried cheese. Yes, even cheese. Freeze-dried cheddar, mozzarella, and others can last up to 25 years. Great for comfort food and cooking. Not easy to find in stores, but there's an Amazon link in the video description. 15. Dehydrated eggs. Eggs are hard to store fresh, but powdered versions solve that. Often sold in number 10 cans or bulk miler packaging, dehydrated eggs can last 25 years and are great for baking, scrambling, or mixing into other meals. 16. Powdered butter. Fats are some of the hardest things to store long-term, but powdered butter can fill that gap. With the right packaging, it can last 15 to 25 years and add flavor to basic meals. 17. Soup base or bouillon powder. Dehydrated soup mix or bouillon cubes in sealed packaging can last up to 25 years. They provide flavor, salt, and warmth, things that make survival meals more bearable. Look for versions with low moisture and no added oils. 18. Instant potatoes. Cheap, lightweight, and easy to prepare, instant mashed potatoes or dehydrated potato flakes can last 25 plus years when stored in sealed mylar with oxygen absorbers. A great filler food that provides calories and comfort. Some foods don't need special processing or packaging to last decades. They're naturally shelf-stable. As long as they're kept sealed and stored in a cool, dry place, these items can sit on a shelf for decades without going bad. They may crystallize, thicken, or darken over time, but they'll still be safe and usable. These are great to include in your stockpile because they don't require special equipment to repack. 19. Honey. Raw or processed, honey doesn't spoil. Archaeologists have found jars of honey in ancient tombs that were still edible. It may crystallize over time, but you can warm it gently to return it to liquid. It's ideal for sweetening, treating wounds, or mixing into stored grains for added calories and morale. 20. Molasses or pure maple syrup. Unopened and stored properly, molasses and 100% pure maple syrup can last decades. Keep them in glass or high-quality plastic containers away from light and heat. Like honey, they may thicken but remain usable. Molasses also contains minerals like iron and magnesium, useful for supplementing basic survival diets. If you want these foods to reach that 25-year shelf life, storage is everything. Even the most shelf-stable item won't survive moisture, heat, or pests. Here's what works. Cool, dark, dry. These are the 3 golden rules. Store food in a place that stays below 70 degrees Fahrenheit, away from light and humidity. Basements or interior closets often work well. Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers seals the food in, removes oxygen, and keeps moisture out. Once sealed, place the bags in food-grade buckets to protect against rodents and light. Number 10 cans. For freeze-dried and commercial dehydrated foods, factory-packed number 10 cans are one of the best options. Pre-packed, they come already sealed and nitrogen flushed, with shelf lives often printed right on the label. Rotate what you can. Long shelf life doesn't mean you shouldn't use your stockpile. For items like oats, pasta, or sugar, use and replace them regularly. That way, your food is always fresh, and you know how to cook with it. Keep it sealed. Once you open any of these items, Their shelf life drops fast. Only open what you can use in a reasonable time frame, and reseal it well if you need to store leftovers. Prepping isn't just about buying food, it's about protecting it. The right storage means your investment will still be there when everything else falls apart. A solid long-term food supply isn't about variety or gourmet meals. It's about calories, nutrition, and reliability. The 20 survival foods we've covered today are all capable of lasting 25 years or more when stored properly. They might not win any cooking contests, but they'll keep you fed and functioning when everything else is falling apart. Whether you're preparing for economic collapse, natural disaster, or just want to be more self-reliant, these foods give you a foundation to build on. Add in short-term and rotating stock as needed, but make sure your long-term stash is airtight, dry, and built to last. There's a link in the description to some long-term food supplies that you can get on Amazon. Drop a comment below and let me know which of these foods you already store, or if there's one you think deserves a spot on the list. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Prepper's Paradigm for more practical prepping tips, gear reviews, and real-world survival strategies. And check out our website, preppersparadigm.com, for more in-depth prepping guides, gear ideas, and calculators to help you get ready for whatever comes next. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.